Hi guys, Hayden here. I wanted to share a video in light of the recent Let's Get Honest campaign, which I think is a great campaign and an amazing opportunity to bring some more authenticity and vulnerability into a platform that really desperately needs it. And as I was thinking about the content that I wanted to share in the video that I wanted to share, I thought about a quote that I heard this past weekend when I was at training for the coaches certification program that I'm going through right now. And we were talking about vulnerability, we were talking about growth and how we get in our own way. And the quote basically was along the lines of what we do to protect ourselves mentally and emotionally usually is the thing that's directly getting in the way of what we actually want. And so when I was thinking about that, how I protect myself is I need to show up perfectly in how I speak, in how I am with other people, in projects. I don't like to be messy. I like to have everything go a very particular way. And it really stems from this deep-seated belief that I have that I am an unlikable person, that I am not worthy of other people's time and affection and energy. And that's pretty much driven all of my behaviors and my actions up until recently. So everything that I did when I was in high school, everything that I did when I was in college, everything that I got involved in, the companies that I worked for, the places that I moved to, were all driven by this belief that I was not enough, and I'm not enough as I am. And so to me, in order to be liked by people, I needed to be perfect. I needed to do everything perfectly. I needed to be an achiever. I needed to be likable and smiley and outgoing and friendly. And as that way of being gained momentum, the opportunity and the option to be vulnerable and messy became smaller and smaller. Because if I showed up messy, if I showed up and failed or didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what I was talking about, or was struggling, that put a dent in the mask. That made this perfect mask, this persona that I was creating, no longer necessarily valid, and I felt like my self-worth was then under fire. And what I'm realizing more recently is that that way of being, while it helped me achieve a lot in a short period of time, directly got in the way of me creating what I wanted. What I was doing to protect myself in not sharing openly and not being messy and not sharing vulnerably was directly getting in the way of me creating the connection and the community and the intimacy that I was looking for in my relationships. And now that I have that awareness, I can now start to share more openly, share more vulnerably. I don't think that 6 months ago I would have been having this conversation, let alone putting it into a video for other people to watch. But now it's a constant progress and constant journey forward in continuing to push the edge of my comfort zone and what I'm comfortable with, so that I can create ultimately what I want, which is the connection and the community piece. So hopefully some of you take something away from that and are inspired to share something that is close to your own heart and choose to take part in this Let's Get Honest campaign. And if you do, you choose to share, would love to hear what that is.